Hey geeks and gamers, welcome to a friendly review of a fighting game with a lot of people that use fire. And because of this fact, I have Axel Wolf on from Friendly Fire Gaming. Was that a good is that a good segue?
That was a pretty good segue. What's going on, Zoner Boners?
Oh, dude, that's not what I'm calling my face. What's up, man? We've been you and I, me and you, he and he, have been playing some King of Fighters 15. The game just released a couple days ago at the time of recording this. I think like 3 days ago or something. So you and I have been playing it separately and online together, and we figured, why not do a review? This isn't going to be some IGN review where, you know, we have like categories and we're like, graphics, whatever. You know, there's no number score. We're just gonna talk and shoot the shit and talk about what we like about the game. So all the footage you're seeing are just matches we played online.
We're not gonna grade it by the graphics and stuff.
We can't. Well, I meant like number scores.
Nah, I'm just fucking around.
Right. Oh, okay. I mean, you can if you want to.
I'll give it a 6 out of 12.
Yeah, these odd numbers. I give this game a 24 out of 36.
It gets 5 stars out of 100.
So, what is your history with not only with King of Fighters but with SNK as a whole?
As far as King of Fighters go, I remember jumping in probably 97 or 98 when I first started playing them. At first, when I first started playing, I was like, "Oh my God, there's so many characters, and they all look so cool, and they're all doing these different things." So at first, it's kind of overwhelming, but you know, you keep playing them over the years, you get used to everybody. As far as SNK games, I can't even tell you. I played a bunch of them in the arcades and Metal Slug and all that stuff.
Yeah, I probably got into... Well, actually, I know I got into SNK and King of Fighters around the same time. It was the PS2, because SNK made a... They made a pretty good effort back, you know, when it's... like, I guess it still is SNK Playmore, isn't it? Or is it just SNK? I forget. But at the time, it was SNK Playmore. And they made a pretty good effort to not only re-release all of their back catalog through, like, anthologies, but to introduce, you know, more titles in the King of Fighters series. So on the PS2, I played King of Fighters 11 a ton, which made me want to go back and experience the previous King of Fighters games. But I also got to play like the Fatal Fury Archives Volume 1 and 2, the Art of Fighting anthology, Metal Slug anthology, the Samurai Showdown, World Heroes, and all this stuff that I got to go back and experience. So through that, I kind of like fell in love with SNK and the Neo Geo and stuff. So I usually try to keep up with what they're doing.
Yeah.
I didn't play King of Fighters 14 though. I was way into Street Fighter 5 at the time whenever that game came out. So I skipped that one. Went from King of Fighters 13 to 15. So here we are.
Yeah, they load their collections a lot. I couldn't tell you how many times I've rebought the same games over and over.
Oh, me too. I buy them on the. I have like a bunch of them on the Switch separately, and then they release like the SNK archive thing or whatever it's called that has like their stuff before the Neo Geo, which was really cool. Then they have like the Samurai Showdown anthology stuff that they just brought out or whatever it's called. So like there's a lot of they love re-releasing their old games, which I don't blame them. Like that's like their legacy,
Yeah.
Like if you know anything about, especially about fighting games, it's that SNK are crowned as one of the kings.
Yeah.
They've been doing some great stuff since the 90s, and King of Fighters 15 is in a culmination of a lot of what they've been doing throughout the years. How do you feel about King of Fighters 15? Maybe that's where we should start.
I really like it. I think as far as like just straight gameplay wise, I think that it's probably up there as one of the best. Just the gameplay is solid. Everything feels smooth. Everything's fast. The combos are nice. Game modes wise, I wish they did have a little more few game modes, because right now they just have the story mode and then mission mode and then training, and then it's basically just play online. I wish they would, because some of the other games had some really cool stories. King of Fighters 13 actually had a really cool story mode in it where it had different branching paths. I think they could have done something like that, or maybe done like Mortal Kombat's been doing, where they, have this big cinematic story on top of like towers or arcade or something like that to play on the side. But it's,
yeah, their quote unquote story mode is just arcade mode.
yeah, it's like, I think it's only like 6 fights or something.
I totally agree with you. The game is very mechanically solid. It feels great to play, and yeah, they probably just need a little more to do. I do wish they had some more single player content in the game. But honestly, I'm not that bothered by it, because just playing the game itself is so fun, and playing with friends and playing online.
Yeah.
So I'm happy there. How do you feel about the 3D visual style? Because again, I didn't play 14, so this is my first time playing King of Fighters that is in a full 3D style.
So
I guess I didn't play
when
like, Maximum Impact
14 came out, it did get a lot of criticism about the way the character models and stuff look. This one, it's still the same kind of art style, but they did fix a lot of character models, and they look pretty good. I personally I prefer the 2D sprites. I like the darker, more anime look to it than the poppy color that they have now. But 13 was actually really good. It was probably the best as far as character models go that they had was in 113. But it was 2D sprites as well, though.
Yeah, I preferred the visual style of 13.
Yeah.
That game's beautiful. I'm not saying this game looks bad. It doesn't.
No.
It's just, I think this game, if you were to hold it up to Street Fighter V and ask somebody which one is which and that doesn't know fighting games, they might not be able to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, the character models and stuff definitely look better than, what was it, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
Oh,
Those
Lord.
models look pretty bad.
But I think it does take away some of the charm that Snk Games have, because they're known for their beautiful sprites and artwork. But in the end, though, I don't think it matters that much, because it still looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's still a good looking game, and especially like the moves and the ultimates and stuff like that. They're really nice to look at. So
yeah, they're pretty cool stylized. How do you feel about this game's roster?
That's one of the things that always drew me to King of Fighters was how many characters I liked. And they take people out, like every fighting game, they take people out, they put people in, but usually they're always a good solid, like 30, I think this one's 39. They're usually a good solid 30, 40 characters. So I wouldn't complain about that. There's a lot of fighting games that come out that are like, here's fucking 10 guys, and wait for seasons pass to come out, and it's like, no, King of Fighters, I think, because they did push this game back. It was supposed to come out last year, and I think that maybe they might have been like, you know what, we should put some more characters and stuff in it. But I think it's a solid list of characters.
Yeah, and we got 12 more coming, so in the end it'll be a pretty beefy lineup, and I think they do a good job representing characters throughout not only King of Fighters history but SNK history, because there's people that don't know, King of Fighters is basically a culmination of everything SNK, just kind of thrown into a fighting game. So I think they did pretty well with having teams that represent some of the older titles, teams that represent some of like the PS2 era stuff, and newer characters. I think there's a decent mix there. So I don't know. And for anybody that doesn't know, King of Fighters gameplay wise, it is a 3-on-3 fighter. You can choose to do 1-on-1, but why?
Yeah, because it's basically you don't tag in and out, so it's still kind of 1-on-1.
Yeah, it's 1-on-1. It's just you have to strategize the order. Who's going to be your punching bag in the beginning, who's going to be your anchor in the end.
Yeah. Who's going to throw out all the specials that you've been saving up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of strategy that comes with the game, and also unlike Street Fighter, it is a 4-button fighting game. That's something that SNK is also known for.
Yeah.
It's the 4-button fighters, which at first can feel weird, I think, but it works. I think it's just if you get used to playing a lot of Street Fighter and stuff, you're probably gonna be like it's gonna be a little jarring at first when you switch over.
Yeah. Be pushing buttons that don't do nothing.
Are there any major negatives that you felt with this title?
We did run into a little lag towards the end on the online, but for the most part, when I played online, it run really good. I think honestly, and this might actually impact us more than anyone else because we are playing this on the Xbox. It does not have crossplay, so I could see Xbox, like the online base, kind of dying off before the PlayStation and the PC. And PlayStation, they do have crossplay with PS4 and PS5. But I can see, this kind of being an issue on the Xbox if you're trying to play, 6 months from now or something like that, not being able to find a match.
That's strange. The Xbox doesn't cross over with PC though.
Yeah, that's what I thought was weird.
Maybe they'll patch that in or something later.
Yeah. Well,
that is
right off the top of my head, I can't think of a fighting game that's out that does have cross-play. Because Street Fighter was only PlayStation. Guilty Gear is only PlayStation.
Power Rangers, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Did Mortal Kombat might? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
But I know that could definitely be an issue later on down the line.
That's true. Yeah, for us, we bought it on the
yeah.
Xbox.
They're gonna be playing Halo.
But you know what? I think it's cool. To have an SNK fighter on the Xbox. This is a game that I would expect to be only on PlayStation.
Yeah, I was surprised when they announced it for the Xbox.
Yeah, well, maybe they realized nobody owns a PS5.
Yeah, probably. They need to
because nobody can buy them.
kind of fluff out their numbers a little bit.
So that's good. For me, yeah, definitely the issue we ran into recently. We've been playing. I've been playing online with you and online with strangers, and it's been fine. And then we randomly had I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was my console. I don't know if it was the game. But my Xbox ate itself. It just shut itself off while we were trying to play. And then whenever I came back, we had the worst lag possible. It was awful. So I don't know if that's a server issue with them or something else, but that was not a fun experience. So
yeah, definitely
hopefully
slowed it down.
Yeah, hopefully that's not a big issue with them. Like I said, all the other times I played online, it's been great. We've here or there it'll stutter for a second maybe. But it's very infrequent. It does happen. So pretty good there. Modes that I wish were included would probably be a survival mode for sure.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of doing like a daily challenges. The problem with that though is that there's not really much to reward the player.
Yeah, that's one thing I did like about Mortal Kombat was their weekly towers and things like that you could do. But like you said, there's nothing you can earn actually because Mortal Kombat's all about milking you fucking with the crypt and all that stuff. So yeah, they don't have anything you unlock in this.
So far, even since we pre-ordered the game and stuff, there's 2 characters with alternative costumes.
Yeah.
Nobody else has them. Maybe they'll add alternative costumes later. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see some of the characters with some of their older costumes or something like that. But there's not really much they could do on that end. I don't know what they could introduce for that. But
get some Metal Slug outfits in there.
SNK Fighters, King of Fighters games, I think are just very traditional with the way they're presented and stuff. So I don't know if they're even going to do that. I don't know. Maybe it feels like they're going more for just the esports fighting game scene.
Yeah, because that's what if you look at any kind of fighting form or anything like that, they don't care about single player content. It's all about making sure the online is solid because that's what they want to do. So that's what they focus on.
Yeah. So and like I said, we're getting some DLC fighters, so that's neat.
Yeah, I think the last one comes out in May, and then there's a bunch in summer they haven't announced yet.
Do you have you come to like any of the new characters?
Not really. I like a couple characters that are new in 14 that they brought back in this one, but as far as like the people that are new for this game, no, not really.
Yeah, a lot of them are new for me because I didn't play 14.
Yeah. I know you like the dinosaur guy.
Well, he's from Garu though.
Oh yeah, he just threw another helmet on.
Yeah, so he was in Garu and stuff. But still, a lot of the newer characters I think have terrible designs. I think a lot of them were like overly designed.
Yeah, a little out of place. It's like Street Fighter's characters. Their new characters all look out of place.
No, dude, these characters, some of the new characters in this game look like they're out of a Final Fantasy spinoff.
Yeah.
Or something. Like they have like that over-engineered looking design to them. It's supposed to be like cool street designs and stuff like that, but really it's just confusing.
It's like
to look at.
Like main characters for another Xenoblade Chronicles or something.
It's a little jarring too to see those characters next to like some of the older SNK characters because they're still very simple.
Yeah, they're pretty basic.
Next to, like a character. Yeah, you're like next to a character like Kyo that's just sorry, not Kyo, Ryo that's just got a orange gi. Then there's like the anime kid that's got blue hair and a headphones and a jacket and a dress shirt and a tie and
anal
chain
beads
on his fucking pants. Yeah, it's like there's way too much happening with this design.
It's like, how many clothes does he need to... Like, Crowan has, like, a fucking leather jacket, and then he's got a scarf on top of that. It's like, how many damn pair of clothes does this guy need to wear?
Yeah, spiky, long blue anime hair and sunglasses and stuff. It's like, overly engineered to, like, look cool.
Yeah. I wonder if it's just, like, just the change of people that have been making it now, that are making the new characters.
Probably, yeah.
Just that their tastes are different.
It leans, and not saying SNK hasn't had it before, but I think some of the new characters lean way too far into like anime tropes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, the older characters definitely still have like an anime style, but like I don't know, they're simple and they were I don't know, clean and look nice.
Yeah.
Even though I could tear apart, Terry Bogard, for example, I could tear apart his design, but he still looks cool.
He's like a trucker. He doesn't like wearing sleeves. It's all right.
So, all right, here we go. Number rating. What are you gonna? What's your number rating for King of Fighters 15?
I would give it 2
out of 15.
Bogards out of 2 Bogards. Out of 15,
yeah.
I would give it a 13 because that's the luckiest number.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think maybe a 12 or a 13, somewhere around there. Maybe like 12 and a half.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. Especially when they start adding more characters, it'll just be a lot more. Like you said, it'd be nice if they added some more modes, but I don't think they will. I think it'll just be characters, and hopefully the online doesn't die for us so we can keep playing.
Hopefully. But, it's I think it's a great time. I know a lot of people are excited for Elden Ring, but if you are a fighting game fan and maybe you're looking for something to play, maybe Street Fighter hasn't been around since 5 really. I don't know what they're working on. Maybe you're bored of Mortal Kombat or whatever, and you haven't played a King of Fighters game. This could be a good way to get into it. Just know that if you play online, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
Yeah, more than likely. If you're tired of getting raped in Elden Ring, then buy King of Fighters.
Get raped in King of Fighters.
Yes.
Well, thanks for joining me, Axel.
Thanks for having me on. Anytime you want to do any more fighting game reviews, I'm definitely down for it.
I'm glad. It always makes me happy to find somebody that likes fighting games because a lot of my friends don't.
Yeah, kind of hard to find nowadays.
Yeah, try to introduce fighting games to people that don't like them, and even if I try to like explain mechanics and things like that, they're just not. They just don't grasp it.
They're like, no, I don't get it. Can we play Fortnite?
Yeah. Well, none of my friends play Fortnite.
It's because they're not 12 years old.
Except for VGMashUP. I think he's secretly a Fortniter.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. VGMashUP. Don't be mad at me. Anyway, where can people find you? Where are you at?
I am on YouTube, Friendly Fire Gaming, and you can find me on the Discord on the Button Mappers.
And if you ever want to find his channel, I don't know if you never noticed this yet. I list a bunch of different channels in my description, and you are one of them.
Awesome. Yeah, because whenever you put in Friendly Fire Gaming, I don't even know if mine is the first channel that pops up. So.
Nah, there's a few different ones with that name. Gotta change the name, dude.
I'm gonna change it.
Make a better name.
I'm gonna change it.
Yeah, change it to Turbo Zone.
Turbo Axel.
Turbo.
Axel Zone.
Axel Zone. Axel.
Axel.
Witness the dawning of a new era of martial arts competitions. Select order. Select stage. Get ready for a battle of titans! Round 1. Ready? Go! Player 2 won't give up that easy.